And he was having a physical beauty which is uncomparable. He was having his tremendous courage, and we have seen in his life how, without any help, he was moving around the whole India. That time it was not very safe. He was walking the length and breadth of India, and he was a very well-built athlete, a delightful voice. He could sing a wonderful bhajans, and a brilliant intellect. And above all, he was having a divine oratory, that power he was having. Whatever he said, wherever he said, before whom he said, everybody was charmed with his oratory. So that is the uniqueness. In the beginning, we will have a Sanskrit chanting, and that is called the Suprabhatam, the good morning. So the Suprabhatam, we will have the chanting. It begins with, you are having all the papers. He Prishtanath Sumahan Yuga Shakti Dharin He Nitya Mukta Satatam Hi Mahavarenyam Ananda Rupa Bhuvivai Janamugdhakarin Vishwasabira Suyate Taba Suprabhatam Vishwasabira Suyate Tava Suprabhatam. They're explaining about Swami Vivekananda. He is the Yuga Shakti. And in every age, there is a power, divine power that manifests. He is that power, the Yuga Shakti, and he is holding that. He is Nitya Mukta, he is ever free. We are practicing religion, meditation, and so many things. We are trying to get mukti, liberation. And he was Nitya Mukta, he was ever liberated, but still he came to help the humanity. And he was the Ananda Rupa. Ananda is the source of the creation. Anandeva, Imani, Bhutani, Jayante. In the Upanishad it says, from the joy, from the Ananda, from the bliss, all these people, all these beings have been created. And that's why ultimately we always want that bliss. We want success. At the behind of that success, we want only bliss. So that he is the source, Ananda Rupa Bhubhuvai Janamugdhakarin, and this Vishwasabira Suyate Taba Suprabhatam. We say the good morning to you, Suprabhatam. That is the Sanskrit word, the greetings. When we meet in the morning, Suprabhatam. Let this morning be happy to you. That means the day be happy to you, Taba Suprabhatam. He Buddha Shashvata Viveka Subodhadayin Satyasrain Janaganan Pathadanakarin He Mukta Sarva Janamukti Vidhanakarin Vishwasabira Suyate Tava Suprabhatam Vishwasabira Suyate Tava Suprabhatam Bhakti bhaktischate suvidita bhuvi Rama Krishne Sri Rama Krishna Hridihe Sukritadhikara He Matribhakta Prithivi Bijayi Dhrubam Tvam Vishwasya Veera Suyate Tava Suprabhatam Vishwasya Veera Suyate Tava Suprabhatam Sri Rama Krishna Hridihe Sukritadhikara. And he was the heart of Sri Ramakrishna. That is the special, the way of expression, that how Sri Ramakrishna is to love him. No, Sri Ramakrishna was Vivekananda. The Vivekananda and Sri Ramakrishna are not separate. He is the heart of Sri Ramakrishna. So whatever he did, sometimes some people, they were objective at the time of his, when he was there trying to introduce the philanthropic work. Then some people, they were telling Hindus, particularly the monks, they never did this type of work. I think, or we think, that after visiting the Western countries and mixing with those people, you are introducing their ideologies, their ideas. So Swami Vivekananda, he was very shocked by that, and he said that you have only understood Sri Ramakrishna, I have not understood. Then Ma Saradamani Devi supported him. Whatever he said these are the words of Sri Ramakrishna. So whatever he said are the words of Sri Ramakrishna. Whatever you thought, the Ma Saradamani Devi said, everything is going to be taking to materialize. So naturally, you go ahead and do whatever you like to do, everything that you think, everything that you do, and nothing but the work of Sri Ramakrishna. So this is the great thing. And then in the fourth we say, He Shuddha Puta Bhuvane Shuchita Vidhata Riktartha Pidita Jani Sharabuddhikarin Ishvara Buddhikarin Rikta Pidita Jani. Those who are poor, those who are suffering, you are considering them as the living gods. He Shuddha Puta Bhuvane Shuchita Vidhata Riktartha Pidita Janeshwara Buddhikarin Nityam Kripa Galita Hrit Paradukha Harin Vishwasya Veera Suyate Tava Suprabhatam Vishwasya Veera Suyate Tava Suprabhatam. That was the first time Swami Vivekananda was introducing this philanthropic idea. No, he was introducing the living God's idea. Sri Ramakrishna once commented that if you can see God by closing your eyes, most of the people, when they try to meditate, when they try to realize God, they always close their eyes. And Sri Ramakrishna is telling, if you can see God by closing your eyes, can't you see God by opening your eyes? So that is the idea. when the Veda says everything that you see is the manifestation of that divine, the divinity, and the human being is the best manifestation because it can think, it can judge, it can discriminate. So obviously, when these human beings are suffering, they are uneducated, they are not having any health care, anybody is not caring for them, then if you go and serve them, Swami Vivekananda is telling, they are my special object of worship. My special object of worship are those who are poor, the illiterate, the downtrodden. So these are the wonderful and very, very revolutionary words of Swami Vivekananda. And from then onwards in the Hindu society, they have started thinking about it. Previously, they used to give some alms, and that too, I am giving you. As a giver from the top, he is giving, daya, daya, is the compassion that I am showing on you. And it was Sri Ramakrishna again, from his deep meditation, he came back and then said, who are you to show compassion to the human being? Then seva, you have to do service to these people. And with the humbleness, then only you will get the blessings of God. And Swami Vivekananda introduced that. But how he could do it? How it is possible to do it? Because Maya Vihina Bhuvino Naya Moha Pare Maya Vihina Bhuvino Naya Moha Pare Tvam Jagrata Hi Satatam Janamukti Dharin Jagarti Manavagana Tava Suprabhavaihi Vishwasabira Suyate Tava Suprabhatam Vishwasabira Suyate Tava Suprabhatam. He was beyond Maya. Maya is the conception of the Hindu philosophy. The why people knowing that every moment this world is nothing but the transitory, every moment it is changing, but still they behave as if this is the permanent thing. And to achieve that and to have that and to acquire that, they are mad, behaving very crazy. Why? Because then the Shankaracharya particularly explained Maya. You cannot explain that, you cannot give any definition to this particular thing, Maya, but it is there, you can feel it. So that Maya, Bihina, Swami Vivekananda was free from that. He could see the thing as it is. He could think that it is nothing but the manifestation of God. So if we go, if we serve, if we help, then Swamiji is telling in different ways to inspire our people who were mostly for hundreds of years, they were thinking that selfishly, if you are trying to realize God without caring for anybody, then you are a great sage. You are a great religious person. When the other people are dying, you don't bother, but you bother, of course, about your food, about your clothing, about your other things. The society is giving you. In exchange, you need not to give anything. You are trying to realize God. If you even fail, that you'll also do. That was the conception for thousands of years. Here he is breaking. Here he is introducing. And then he Maya Bihina. He is not having any illusion. And that is the special way. No illusion. He knew that what is truth. And afterwards, the people, they used to talk about him. He was so big, Maya had no rope to tie him. So he was so big. Vivekananda's heart was so big. Maya Bihina Bhuvino Naya Moha Pare. And we are going beyond this moha. Moha and maya, these are the two words again and again. It will come in whenever you are reading the Hindu scripture, Hindu way of living, maya and moha. What is the maya and moha? Again, Sri Ramakrishna, he said in a very simple way, Ami and Amar, me and mine. These are the two words, and each and every person is, they are thinking, this is me and these are all minds. So when we go beyond this, and that is called spirituality, that's all, nothing else. We love only our people, my father, my mother, my family, my country, at the best, biggest. But beyond that also it is there. Swami Vivekananda said, do you think I am an Indian? No, because I belong to the humanity. So the people sometimes think in a very narrow way. No, he is talking about India because India is a Satya. India is a country where all these great truths were discovered. So he is telling, shall India die? Then all these great things, great ideas, all sacrifices, that will be totally banished from the human life. So these are the wonderful words if we read Swami Vivekananda, particularly friends who have already read the biography of Swami Vivekananda by the Eastern and Western disciples. It's a wonderful book. And you will see how. And then secondly, Swami Vivekananda expressing his views, his ideas, his agonies, everything in a wonderful way in his letters. Letters of Swami Vivekananda. Every day if you can read, you will feel. And one letter he is writing with this at the beginning, whoever will read this letter, my power will enter into him. Can you imagine the power of the Shiva, the power of the God divine? And what is that power? The power of love, power of compassion, power of service, power of dedication. So these of Swami Vivekananda. So first line again we will repeat, then we will conclude. We will go to another. He Prishtanata Sumahan Yuga Shakti Dharin He Nitya Mukta Satatam Hi Mahabarenya Ananda Rupa Bhuvibai Janamugdhakarin Vishwasya Veera Suyate Tava Suprabhatam Vishwasya Veera Suyate Tava Suprabhatam. Friends, now I will invite Prasenjit Das to play the saxophone. Swami Vivekananda used to love music. So we have Dr. Sarud Pundalika. He will speak about Swami Vivekananda, and he is a very famous doctor. So naturally, the medical things also will be in his speech. And another person, the young man, he will sing some devotional song, classical devotional song. And in between you will always find me. Do you like this? So this is Prasenjit Das.
First of all, I would like to thank Swami Ishatmananda for giving me this opportunity to play this music in front of you. Basically, I've composed a song which is to reflect the journey of the meditative mind. You know, when we start meditation, the ups and downs. So that is, hope you like the music.
in the saxophone, he blew the conch. That we understood. And that was wonderful. And the music was so melodious. And we thank Prasenjit, his effort, his enthusiasm. And this is certainly Swami Vivekananda, he will like it. Now, here we will offer our pranam to Swamiji. Anita drisheshu bibicya nityam tasmin samadhata ihasmalilaya viveka vairagya vishuddha chityam yosau viveki tamaham namami. I offer my pranam to that whose heart is pure. Why? Because Viveka Vairagya Vishuddha. It has become totally pure for the two things, Viveka and Vairagya. Discrimination and dispassion. These are the two things that makes people totally pure. The Lord Jesus said, blessed are those who are pure in heart. Blessed are those who are pure in heart, for they shall see God. Look at it. For they shall see God. This is a very clear statement. So one can see God. The existence of God is there, and one can see God, but at the same time, only one criteria is necessary, quality is necessary, the purity of heart. And what is that purity of heart? These two, Viveka and Vairagya. This is Swami Vivekananda having, so we offer pranam to him. Now, I will scale a little higher, it will be better for everyone. Viveka Jananda Magna Chityam Vivekadanaika Vinodashilam Vivekabhasa Kamaniya Kantim Vivekinam tam Satatam namami Ritancha Vijnanam Adhisrayat yat Nirantaram chadhi Madhyantahinam Sukham Surupam Prakaroti yasya Anandamurtim Tamaham namami. Anandamurti, he is the manifestation of the bliss, the joy. The religion gives the joy. Religion gives the ananda. Religion can never become anything else but ananda for the person and for each and every one. So this is the main thing we should remember. What is religion? Bliss, ananda, joy. The person who is practicing, He must have that. And those who are coming near to the religion, they will also feel that. If not, if the tension, the hatred, then all other things, it may be something else. Maybe social, maybe political, maybe economical, maybe anything else, but not religion. Religion is only Ananda. And here we say about that. Suryo yatha dhamhi tamo nihanti Vishnur yatha dushta janan chinati tathaiva yasya khila netra lobham rupam tritapam vimukhi karoti. When the sun rises, the darkness goes. When the Vishnu comes, then all the bad souls go away. Like that, all these bad things will go away from our heart, from our soul, if we are taking refuge in this great personality. Tvam deshikendram paramam pavitram vishwasya palam maduram yatindram hitaya nrinam naramuttimantam Vivekananda aham namami. Why Swami Vivekananda has come? What is the purpose? He is Nitya Mukta. Not that he has to come to suffer. He is the work that he has done, the past karma. Then why he has come? Then it says, Hitaya Nrinam Naramurtimantam. For the benefit of the human being, for the benefit not only the human being, each and every soul, he has come. Who is he? The God, the Lord. He has come and he has taken the Naramurti, the human birth. And Viveka Ananda Aham. His Ananda is Viveka, discrimination. What is his Ananda? Is this discrimination. And I offer my pranam to you. Friends, after this I will invite Dr. Sarod Pundarika to speak a few words about Vivekananda, and I have not given any subject, so he is free to talk in whatever way he likes. Please come. Please put it.
Yes, maybe I can speak on this.
No, but it will be necessary to read.
Friends, it's a privilege and an honor to speak here. I thank Swami Ishatmananda for this. Secondly, it's also a privilege to be speaking on the birthday celebrations of Swami Vivekananda. What little I know that I have read, I just want to present this in few different perspectives from only medical point of view. I'm a physician practicing oncology in cancer. When we analyze patients with cancer, we look at genetics, hereditary, familial, environmental. Those are the perspectives that we have. When I started to analyze about Swami Vivekananda, start with how such a great personality of such magnitude of power came to being a person expressing the universal power. That was my zest for whole of my life. To that effect, I'm going to present some of the perspectives, and also there's a beautiful book written by Swami Ishatmananda, which was part of the thing that my thinking behind whatever I was in my mind. Knowing that you were born January 12, 1963, Makar Sankranti Day, to parents, the reason I am bringing the parents is because of the genetics and familial and hereditary factors that, in my opinion, affect how a soul that's as great as that can come to existence. Father is Vishwanatha Datta, lived, and his father, Durga Prasad Datta, we all know, became a monk, renounced the family, left just a few years when Vishwanath Datta was a child to be brought up as an orphan by the mother. So that exposes the environmental factors to Vivekananda ji, in my opinion, that his grandfather became a monk. Then this also gives the expression to the mother, which is Bhuvneshwari Devi. She was not only gifted, but also came from a very highly respected family and a stalwart for the development of the character of Swami Vivekananda, in my opinion. Her development, I don't want to get into. Medically speaking, she had a total of 5 children. One was a son, second was a daughter who died. Then they had 3 daughters who were born, they were healthy. And as we all know, Indian women and Indian family is expected to have a male boy to carry the torch of their family tradition. And so she prayed to have a son. And it took a few years for her to have the son. During the time, she read the big epics, Mahabharata, Ramayana, which she memorized. Everything that she read, which she was able to impart to the children in growing up. That was not the main issue. The issue is about what she did before Narendra Datta was born, Swami Vivekananda. And to that effect, I had this in my head, but this is very well written by Swami Vivekananda, which I just want to read it off. That will be better representation rather than my interpretation. From motherhood comes tremendous responsibility. There is the basis. Start from that. Well, why is mother to be worshipped so much? Because our books teach us that it is the prenatal influence that gives the impetus to the child for good or the evil. Go to 100,000 colleges, read 1,000,000 books, associate with all the learned men of the world. Better off you are when you are born with the right stamp from the family. Let's say our books direct prenatal influence. Why should mother be worshipped? Because she made herself pure. She underwent harsh penances, sometimes to keep herself as pure as purity can be. Period. My father, mother fasted and prayed. This is the statement from Vivekananda himself in the letter. For years and years, so that I would be born. They pray for every child before it is born in India, says our great lawgiver Manu, giving the definition of an Aryan. Aryan is he who is born through prayers. She was a saint to bring me into this world. She kept her body pure, her food pure, her clothes pure, her imagination pure for years, because I would be born. That is Swami Vivekananda. Because she did that, she deserves worship. That's not the only thing. She also did penance in the form of doing puja, that's on the Mondays, and she did the Somvar penances, fasting, doing pujas, and also offering to the Varanasi Vireshwara Shiva. During her pregnancy, one thing important was she did see and have a dream where Shiva dropped himself off from the meditation and came to be the child that was going to be born. This is written in the books. So this has been said by Swami Ramakrishna as well too. Many of the rishis were the expression of Swami Vivekananda in future. So that is the medical perspective from genetics. So I think the mothers here should know they have the tremendous responsibility to bring the best of the children. And to that effect, there's one more statement that I want to, from the point of view of reverence due, a teacher is tenfold superior to a mere lecturer. A father is 100 times to a teacher, and a mother is 1,000-fold to a father. That tells the responsibility of getting the right kind of child into this world. That is the genetic perspective. Familial perspective, I told about his grandfather becoming a monk. And third, the environmental factor that influenced Swami Vivekananda to become what he is. I think everybody knows that. I don't have to go through that. Swami Ramakrishna's influence on his mind to unfold, unearth, and unexpress the hidden potentialities that he had, that was given by the parents, that he could become what he did, and to be able to show to the world what the inherent capacities of the highest power that we all are endowed with. That is one. Second thing, in the last few minutes, that I just want to speak about the medical perspective of his illnesses that he had, which I think we all know that he had diabetes, and he was probably having hypoglycemic reactions or low blood sugar reactions, and that's the time that he used to be very short-tempered. Everybody knows that Swamiji had some temper, and that I think is because of the low blood sugar. However much we control ourselves mentally, we do become or succumb to the medical conditions that you are going through in your body. When your blood sugar goes up, you may be comatose. When your blood sugar goes down, you become irritable because brain does not get the same amount of energy that it needs. That's a very important aspect of it. And he had diabetes that progressed on to become very severe, and he was unable to sleep in the night, which we all know. He was celibate, that's one of the reasons, but that's not the main reason, I think. In my opinion, he had the peripheral neuropathy from the diabetes, which causes severe pains, especially at night. People cannot sleep, which we don't know that now. 1800, 1900, I don't think that anybody knew. There was no treatment to start with, so there was nothing could be done. But they endured without calling it suffering. That's the greatness of developing the mind, which we know that they would never ever say, because there was nothing educated medically to the people at the time, because diseases were not totally expressed as clearly as we know now in the Western culture. So to that effect, he also had dropsy, asthma. I think that's, I know some of the doctors will understand, I think he probably was getting into kidney failure, right heart failure, because he had swelling of the legs, and he also had the problems with the infection. And then on the day, July 4th, 2002, he did go after the prayers, after talking to Premananji, went to the room, and he said, don't disturb, and he was praying. And after that, he was lying down, he was sweating. Then he turned on the side and back, and he stopped breathing. That's what happened. He was pronounced dead somewhere between 9 and 12 p.m. I think that many of the medical things that happened at that time, I think is related to diabetes and the complications related to the heart, kidneys, and peripheral neuropathy, as well as the problems with the infection. Infection is a major cause of the problems with that in patients who are untreated diabetics. But he had already predicted he will be dying before the age of 40. This was 39 years of age. And he knew his job has been done to the extent that it was possible, and he wanted to join Ramakrishna. That was his thing. But that doesn't necessarily has to happen now. If you meet East and West, the knowledge of the diseases and how to take care of it in the West, like we have now. I have seen patients with cancer who are alive here. Unfortunately, because of unaffordability or uneducation, in India, many of the people still are dying from diseases that can be cured. And that's what makes me very difficult. And that's the reason I wanted to ask Swamiji to say, medical perspective is very important. Diabetes is very common in India. This one is probably 200 to 300 million people in India. Almost half the population of US has diabetes. Education, appropriate control, appropriate treatment, that has to be taken care of to prevent all the complications that you should have. That was my humble offerings. Thank you.
In a wonderful way, the doctor has said, and that is why Swami Vivekananda was so much concerned about the health of the people, particularly in India. There was nothing, in fact, at his time. So he asked his disciples, whoever will go and serve the poor people suffering will go, will get the mukti. So two of his disciples, they took that and they went to the Himalaya. In those days, nothing was available. They studied the homeopathy, they purchased that medicine, they started serving those Swamis particularly in the northern region, Himalaya. So now it is a huge hospital over there. Thank you, doctor. Thank you for a wonderful talk. Now I will request that young singer, the Kailash Hemachandra, to come and sing a few bhajans.
So I'd like to thank Swami Ishatmananda for giving me this opportunity to offer some devotional songs during this day of Swami Vivekananda Tithi Puja. So the first song I'll be singing is Murta Maheshwara. This song was composed by Swami Vivekananda's disciple Sharat Chandra Chakravarti, and in this song the author refers to himself as Indu. The translation is, Lord Shiva incarnate, resplendent like the sun, adored by the gods and men as their chosen ideal, the embodiment of the Vedas who has overcome bondage of lust and gold. Brilliant with the rays of a million suns, the lion among men, who has nothing but the loincloth, who is dancing the dance of Shiva, the The quarters reverberate with the cry of fear not, fear not. A mere compassionate glance of whose eyes is enough to impart both bliss and liberation, who tramples with ease the hordes of vice, who is the veritable Shiva with the crescent moon on the forehead, and who is worshipped by Hindu. I bow to the Guru, Vivekananda. Murta Maheshwara Swami Vivekananda was trained in classical music, and he has many compositions that he has composed. Here I present one of his compositions on Lord Shiva, and this is tuned to the raga Darbari Kannada.
Now the last, the arati, all the bhoga and other things are over, and the Swamiji will do the arati while we'll be singing this English song that is composed in the front page, first page. Then there will be Pushpanjali, and very special thing today I have kept over there. That is that particular wood. Our Belur Math people, they collected under that tree under which Swamiji meditated in Himalaya and realized that microcosm and macrocosm. That in that particular tree, and a little portion I have brought this time from them. So you can touch it and see if the microcosm, macrocosm, something. And one will do. Get up, O my brethren, get up with your ancient glory. Get up. See Swamiji by your side. See shake off all your vague weakness. Shake off. Remember your real nature. Remember that you are as pure as Father in heaven. Swamiji, please hold our hands. Give us courage to fill up our hearts. Weeping at your lotus feet. Millions of your countrymen. Get up, O my brethren. Get up with your ancient glory. See Swamiji by your side. Shake up all your vague weakness. We have renounced the world and have taken up saffron flag. Now waiting for your order. O Swamiji, our leader. We will destroy which is evil, and will build up our world as happy as heaven. Swamiji, please hold our hands. Give us courage to fill up our hearts. weeping at your lotus feet. Millions of your countrymen, get up, O my brethren, get up with your ancient glory. Very good. Now I think we are ready for Pushpanjali. I will just say the pranam mantra of Swami Vivekananda. You also repeat with me. Then slowly we'll come and keep that flower over there. And we will, then you can touch that small thing, and afterwards we will have the prasad. All are ready with the flowers? You have got the flowers, all of you? Okay. Namastriyati Rajaya Vivekananda Suraye Satchit Sukha Swarupaya Swamine Tapaharine Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om. Then you can come. I will offer the pranam mantra to Swami Thakur and Ma, because Swamiji, their son, naturally they will prefer to. Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharma sarupine avatar varisthaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha. Jananim Saradam Devim Ramakrishna Jagat Gurum Padapadme Tayo Sritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. Jai Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna Devi ki, Jai Mahamai ki, Jai Swamiji Maharaj ji ki. Please come and offer your flowers. Thank you for coming.